Clown, and he gets back the heroic champion.
Hello and welcome back to YCS Rimini 2017. We're here in the top 16. We've got
Yeah,
16
top
players
scene.
left.
Top scene.
Top
It's
scene.
the top scene.
Top scene.
Top scene.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Top 16. So we actually have a blast from the past, I guess.
Yep.
We could say. We have one of our previous feature matches, round 11, the backup feature match, actually completely being replayed in the top 16.
Yes, the what we thought was a bubble match because they both had a draw. They've both ended up going through to the top 32 and are now facing together again, each other in the top 16.
Yeah.
So we have Joschua Schmidt versus Kai-Samson Köster. We have Joschua playing True Draco and Kai-Samson playing True Zoo.
Yeah. Let's not wait anymore. Let's get over to the table and see who is going to proceed to the top 8.
All right, here they are. So, as you said, they already played, and Köster was the winner there. And I know he's the only True Draco Zoo left in top 16. And Joschua was not happy to hear he's going to play against him because his deck is built to beat the Pure Zoo. In fact, he's maining 3 copies of Winter Cherries, but they are a little bit worse in the True Zoo matchup. So,
The True Draco Zoo matchup.
yeah, True Draco Zoo matchup, because then you can the deck is made to capitalize on True Draco decks as well.
Yeah.
Thanks to True Draco Heritage, which is absolutely ridiculous. You can draw up to 3 cards depending on the situation. And let's take a look at the end. Köster is going first. He has an okay end, so pretty good with Whiptail, Diagram, and Disciples. So depending on how he wants to start, he can have access to the Masterpiece, but at the moment not protected by traps. And we know that's not a good thing against True Draco decks.
And I think we just see what Joshua gets because he has all of the draw power in the world.
Yeah, he has the Trinity.
The Trinity. Desires, demise, duality.
Okay, so he tries to bait out some entrops, but we know Joshua is only playing Winter Cherries. So Diagram is going to resolve. He can get Heritage.
I was about to come up with a shortening of that to DDD, and then I thought, oh no, that's already a thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it would be something that King Oblivion would be proud of. Demise, duality, and desires.
Let's see what he draws. I think it's an Ignis.
Remember, guys, you can vote on who you think is going to win.
Yeah, let's have a look. See who's currently in the lead.
We'll get somebody to post the link in there again. I say somebody, Luke.
I've got a vote as well. Just give me a chance. Try and decide who I think is going to win. Oh,
Oh, it's currently 100% Joshua Schmidt.
well, the world have spoken.
It's looking good in this game 1, to be honest, because Köster decided to go for a riskier play, getting a draw with Heritage rather than searching out a card he was 100% going to summon, and he didn't pay off because he only got an Ignis Seed, which is good going second, but pretty subpar going first in the mirror match.
Yeah.
And Book of Moon does nothing against True Draco, so the Ash is a good pickup, but not against the Trinity. You can only stop 1.
Yeah. And as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I make that joke every single stream. Gotta get it in there somewhere.
Okay, typical setup. Kong is pretty useful against True Draco, but not the best. Let's see, Josh really needs a continuous spell and trap. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
He draws it, so wow. What an opening from him.
He's got exactly what he needs.
The opening is as good as it gets, because he also had the Ignis Seed, which is the perfect answer to Dryden going second, because it provides 2 draws whatever it happens. Let's see. It lets it resolve. And Ignis does come out. As I was saying here, it's really annoying because if Dryden is going to use its effect, then he gets back the Heritage. That's what he's going to do for sure. He does.
Something that we haven't actually mentioned on stream yet. Joshua, well, mostly because people know. Joshua Schmidt is an incredibly accomplished duelist.
Yeah, he was at the World Championships this year with Marcello.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
How did he do at the World Championships, actually?
Unfortunately, he went 0-3, but then yeah, he didn't go as well. But I mean, yeah, he's by far one of the best players in Europe. So
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, at the World Championships, at that point, you're like one of the best, you know.
yeah, you're playing against a lot of good
1%.
players, and everything can happen. So it's understandable. But he is actually the European YCS champion in charge. So he won the last YCS, which was Prague. So he's still able to go back to back potentially,
Yes.
even
that
though
would
it
be
has
pretty
been a
impressive.
lot of months. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually believe that, taking into account of all of the events so far, that it's 2-1 to Billy Break at the moment, isn't it?
No, I think it's
No,
1-1.
it's
It was
actually
1-1 in YCSs, and didn't he go up against Billy Break in the
no, it was
Worlds?
actually 2-1 for no, they didn't play at Worlds,
Ah.
but they played twice at Bochum, so it was 2-1 for Joshua actually.
Okay.
But then I know when he flew back to the US to play in a regional, he lost to Billy there, so it's actually 2-2 at the moment.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
everyone was cheering for like the 5th game at Worlds, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So
Oh.
Demise is gonna be met with Ash, but he's definitely not stopping anytime soon. He has a lot of draws still. Chew
It-
from Heritage.
It could have been the Desires.
Mm-hmm. And he does get another monster and Waterfall of Dragon Souls.
I'm still waiting for you to be playing in the same tournament as Billy Break, by the way, Marcello.
Yeah, we were close like many times, but even at the World Championship, we didn't do that well at the beginning, so we couldn't play.
Yeah, you were misaligned in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he went 1-2 at the beginning, and I was 3-0 at that point, so there was no way we'd have played.
Did you consider playing a friendly with him?
No,
Did
I never played against him.
No duels are friendly. All right, Kaiba, calm down.
No duels are
Like even at the regional in the US, we were really close to playing each other, but it didn't happen. So
I guess it's quite fortunate that you and Joshua are from two different companies.
Countries.
countries, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Otherwise, that would be a heated battle
definitely.
for the world's points.
But we actually joke about how he does well whenever I'm not playing in an event. 'Cause, like when he won YCS Madrid the first time, I was not there. Then in Prague, I was doing commentary, and he won again. So we have kind of a strange feeling behind us. 'Cause
Well, yeah, maybe we just got to get you in a cab really quickly and send you away from the city.
yeah, it's possible. But then when I win, he doesn't top. That's like the difference, which was London and the European champ. So it's kind of strange. But
Have you ever seen the movie Hancock?
yeah, I know it.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's like you're like the opposite of that.
that's true.
Oh no, it's the same, right? Yeah,
It's
you
the
can-
same, the
you-
No,
closer
it's
you get
actually
to
yeah,
it,
not the
there
op.
you
Yeah,
yeah.
it's actually the same. Yeah. So
Don't worry, I know which one's going to be Will Smith.
okay. Well, an impressive setup by Josh. He has the really good synergy between Dynamite and Waterfall, because one search is a trap and one search is a monster, so you can go for Masterpiece really easily, and that's really, really good on this time. Like, this matchup is usually similar to the Draco mirror match rather than the Zuma mirror match, so Masterpiece is the most important card in this matchup.
Yeah.
The first player to actually summon it, immune by monsters and traps, usually not win right away, but I mean, he's in such a great spot. Okay, combo was actually the first card on deck. But yeah, now Josh is able to search for the masterpiece whenever he wants, thanks to Waterfall, and I'm pretty sure he is in a big lead in this game 1, thanks to the Trinity.
And there's a look at Joshua's field.
Yeah, he has a lot of backup food for next turn, and some pretty good plays. Okay, Draco return is used. It's gonna go back one of the Dracos, and he can use Waterfall. Yeah. Masterpiece is gonna come down and make quick use of this field. Short use. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's surprising that he decided to do only immune to traps. That's not something you usually see, but I guess he wants to try and win the next turn. Something that he could have done was use the Apocalypse to destroy return, and then tribute it over one of the Dynamites.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as I said, he's just trying to
He's
win.
going in, right?
I think I would have liked that more, though.
Yeah, well, I think he probably knows that his opponent's playing True Draco Zoo, and he's thinking to himself, I just need to get this over and done with before he starts summoning. You know, you can easily top deck out of this situation with the Zoo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's rightfully not using Masterpiece right now, and he's technically 50 life points away from winning next turn.
50.
So, but Diagram is also there, so he doesn't need to destroy Diagram. That's why he didn't do it, because if Diagram stays there, he has game on board right now.
Yeah.
So, I agree with letting him draw. I don't think there is much that he can do with Desires, is that, I think? Yes. 2 cards are better than 1, so might as well try.
Yeah. Even if those 2 cards.
Yeah, they need to be extremely specific to help, like a Kaiju and something else, but he's
Yeah.
not playing Kaijus in the main deck, so
Oh, seal
that
Spanish.
cannot happen.
Rageki Desires.
Yeah, some Rat Piers, whatever.
I think Thoroughblade plus something.
Looks like
Ghost
Ghost
Ogre? Yeah.
No, maybe Ghost Ogre.
Yeah, Ghost
Yeah, it
Ogre
is.
for sure. And Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram.
yeah, that's not good. He knows it's over. He's just gonna try and resist one more turn. Correct thing to do would be destroying his own diagram right now, because if it's a trap, he's just done, but it feels like that's not gonna happen.
Well, you got to take the risk, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the traps were also both used in this turn already, so that cannot happen, but... Okay.
What's Masterpiece immune to?
Traps.
Only traps.
Only traps. Okay.
But right now it's all it needs. He also has part of duality set, so... Okay, combo is gonna be used, just one additional draw, you never know. And actually, the Ghost Ogre, due to the way that Joshua played, is super relevant, because whenever he gets to use Masterpiece, he can destroy it, and Joshua could have prevented that, so...
Yeah, there's one card in his hand there.
I'm surprised he didn't do it.
It's Ignis Heat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's gonna chain Dynamite. Ignis should be chained to that. I don't know if he forgot, but seems like he actually forgot or he banished all the targets. That's also possible. He's not playing that many.
Just looking at the poll now, it's still 90% to Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a significant margin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ignis
There it is.
comes down, and this is enough to win the game, thanks to the diagram.
Boop. That's a
Yeah.
lot of damage. And he's picking up his cards.
Okay.
So we're going into game 2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So because of Joshua's main decked hate for Zoo, does he play something more? For the
Yeah,
true Draco matchup?
he does. He's actually siding into a second copy of Masterpiece. And I said in the first game how important it is, and it was shown. As soon as Masterpiece hit the field, the game was essentially over.
Yeah.
And he has a lot more utility cards. He has like triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Magic Deflector, Solemn. This is actually I think he's siding 15 cards against the mirror match because he has Solemn Warning, Chalice, which is also useful, Ash Blossom, and finally his stat for the weekend was Breakthrough Skill. I was talking about the card like in previous rounds. I think it's a really good card against Dracos, and especially because it stops the Time Lords, which are really good in the mirror match. You can just use it on Zafian when he attacks, and that's a huge blowout because they lost the normal summon too.
Yeah.
So I think post side it gets much better for him, but of course has to remember that this is not true Draco mirror match. Köster is actually playing Zoo card, so you don't want to completely side out all the 8 for Zoo.
Yeah.
You never know.
He saw that, right? He saw that he was playing Zoo.
Yeah, he saw that, and they
Yeah,
also
he did.
played another match, so he knows. He
knows
probably
what he's
knows what he
Well, of
sides.
course, yeah.
Yeah. So on Köster's side instead, he has the Kaijus. He's not maining Magic Deflector on his own and Twin Twister. So I expect we're gonna see that in the side decks.
It may not be a clean sweep because it was actually 2-1 and back in round 11.
He's also playing a Pointer of the Red Lotus, which is actually a card that had quite some conflicting rulings this weekend. Because there were actually an old test that said banish the card until your opponent end phase from the next turn, but the actual text is until the next end phase. So it actually only banished the card for 1 turn and not for 2. So I know some people were actually talking about the ruling, and the card is not that great, honestly.
Yeah, it's the current text on the Yu-Gi-Oh database is that it's your opponent's next end phase.
Yeah.
So if you activate it in your opponent's turn, it's that end phase.
Yeah, so he essentially just like a Psyframe Lord Omega, let's say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like card got really overhyped.
yeah.
It's because there was an FAQ that went out with the sneak peek at where was it that came out? It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Where basically it resurfaced at YCS Liverpool as well. Actually, people were looking at that FAQ that changed the text to suggest that it was an extra turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes happens with cards that are not that specified in the text. Like, I remember Psy Blocker or also Mystical Refano. There was a lot of confusion on what type of cards target a player. But yeah, this is one of those situations. So the card was hyped, as you said, and it is not one of the best cards for the weekend, I think.
See, I feel like I've been spoiled by problem-solving card text.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember like back in the day, where a full stop could just mean anything.
Now, I remember back in the day when I used to play Polymerization, and it said fuses 2 monsters to make a more powerful monster, and you just understood that was from the fusion deck, as it was called back then.
Yeah.
Then you look at it now, and it's like, oh yeah, makes a lot more sense now.
Joshua is creeping up, so he's now 91%.
Joshua draws into card of demise as well. I think it's possible that you go second in this. Oh, and he draws actually no Pointer of the Red Lotus, so that's gonna be interesting. I think he has that.
It's quite a heavy
Doesn't it?
cost, isn't it?
Yep.
He has, yeah. You pay 2,000 life points and you also show your end. And yeah, that's not that great.
True Draco Heritage, True Draco Apocalypse, Card of Demise,
I'm
Disciples of the True
really
Draco.
surprised he put it in this matchup because usually you play it against Zoodiac decks. So, I mean, we know that in this particular situation it would hurt a lot because Joshua only playable card is Card of Demise at the moment. So if he, of course, he still has to draw 1, but that would hurt a lot. But since we know that the text has changed, or rather, I mean, the text was all correct the whole time, so the player didn't know. Gonna get a draw and then play the Dynamite most likely. He draws into Deflector as well.
The Rigeki also.
Raigeki, oh, that's also strange against True Draco. Okay, it's gonna set you and probably use the pointer. Let's see. Josh draws another demise. Wow, that's the best counter to that. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's rough.
He changed the Cyclone, and he knows he can just change the deflector, so that's gonna be quite relevant. And then he shows the card, and the second demise was definitely a huge pickup there.
Like, oh no. What have I done?
A pointer of the Red Lotus.
So now, yeah, what do you do? You can get rid of Heritage, I guess. Yeah, that's what I would do as well. But gotta feel frustrating, because it's so specific when you have that. But he's also revealing the Regeki, so
Yeah.
Joshua is definitely happy about this, and he's gonna be able to draw all 3 new cards, and any monster really is amazing. Okay, I think they're discussing about the new tax, because there, as I said, there was a lot of confusion this weekend, both here and in Toronto about it, but I'm pretty sure Joshua knows.
Just giving it a read, confirming with the other judge. And we'll see how they ruled it, because we can't hear.
Let's see if he draws any monsters. Really, 1 is all he needs. Diagram is there, wow, and that's a huge pickup.
There's also a monster.
Yeah, Ignis. Wow. This looks like it could be a swift 2-0 from Joshua. Let's see if he puts the pieces together, and he could probably set it up so that he will go into Masterpiece, but he knows that Regeki is in Köster end, so it's definitely crucial to summon it immune to spell and traps.
And yeah, they've ruled it so that it is this next end phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was discussed in the judge Q and answer session that we had.
Mm-hmm. Okay, diagram comes down. Oh, it just ends.
Oh.
That's...
Why would you do that?
I mean, he's under the deflector, so he couldn't use the additional normal summons from the spells. But I still think he would have been able to summon Masterpiece, which I think would have been much better, but...
Would he been able to make it...
Yeah.
What would he be immune to?
Spell and traps, so...
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The dream. So yeah. Does he draw another pointer of the Red Lotus? I think he did. That's really bad.
Cosmic. I need to say Cosmic Lotus then.
Cosmic Lotus.
Yeah, right now he's in a great spot. I think, yeah, as I said, he could have just... I would have just summoned it last turn, but the thing is, diagram was also negated by the deflector, so he was kind of in a bad situation at the moment. He could only destroy the dynamite, that's why he didn't do it. Because he'd also negate the field spells. Okay, they both used effects.
Bum, ba-da, bum.
Diagram resolves. Now he's gonna get the Masterpiece for sure.
Yeah, he's got it in his hand there.
Yep.
Well, you guys can't see it, but yeah, he definitely has it in his hand.
Yeah, now he's able to do it. A pointer can just banish it away for 1 turn. It feels so weird though that you have to pay like 4,000 life points to banish like 1 card until the end phase essentially is. That's all he's doing right now.
Now, Joshua has an excellent poker face.
Mm-hmm.
If you study it enough, you'll see revenge.
Yeah, and he's known for revenge after he defeated Billy Break. So
Revenge.
okay, Sagan is gonna banish Apocalypse.
Joshua knew exactly what was going down just then.
Yeah, he's gonna get some draws here, which is huge. I think he gets 3 draws out of it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we played a lot of mirror matches preparing for the World Championship because he expected it to be one of the most played decks, so we know this matchup quite well.
I mean, it's likely he's won
Yeah,
at this point.
definitely. He's also getting back the Masterpiece, which is relevant
Yeah.
next turn as well, because you still have the trap. So I think Köster just lost to itself by playing 2 Pointer of the Road Lotus there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Joshua still has attacks this turn, and he's only on 4,000 life
Yeah.
points, so
but he has the return to bring back the Dynamite. But
yeah.
still. Let's see.
Ultimate Pop Duality looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Super shiny face. Disciples.
More draws.
Draws Ash. Not much use right now.
Yeah.
Plus the diagram. It's just more and more searching here.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Because now if he destroys the return, that's relevant. But then if he still has the distraction from the Disciples, he can just normal summon it and destroy it and swing for game. If he still has 1 extra normal. Yeah. That's what's going on. Yeah. And game.
That is game, and there's the handshake. Okay, let's talk a bit about that in our post-match discussion.
Hello and welcome back. So that was our top 16 feature match.
Yeah.
And that was. We
And-
saw Joshua Schmidt smash it for revenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, the
I mean-
the theory continues. Marcello doesn't play Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua as well.
Goes
So
on,
I
yeah.
told you. That's
Yeah.
actual
That's
thing.
just how it works.
You might just get the win now. And
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So, yeah,
I'm not actually sure what time is left on the main event
No,
at the
we're
moment.
gonna have to double check.
So we'll have a look at that. If we've got enough time, we may have an interview with Joshua. If not, we will see you with the next round.
Yeah. We'll see you guys soon.